Hey, it's your boy Fast Coop, and I'm gonna need y'all to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. The crib, like this just like you like playing with your nose, playing with that powder. Turn you to a Power Ranger. Yeah, you start kicking and shit. Yeah, like Kimberly, you feel me? The Pink Ranger, you feel me? Off that Tootsie, you dig? Yeah, man. Like this just like you like when Megan Thee Stallion sent Tory Lanez to jail. Like, yeah, I'm tired of these niggas, man. Put them in jail. These niggas ain't shit, man. Yeah, like this just like you like Shade Room posts, Spiritual World posts, Say Cheese posts. Yeah, all that controversial stuff. Make sure you like this like you like that. Subscribe to this. You feel me? Yeah, like this is like you like playing with his Booka Booka. You feel me? I got this nigga wrapped around my finger, so I'm finna use my finger on this boy, Booka Booka. You feel me? Hey, yo, ladies, man, I appreciate y'all. Fellas, I appreciate y'all. The crib. Alright, y'all, it's your boy Fast Coop. You guys are now welcome to the crib, man. I'm gonna need y'all to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Yo, Young Scooter, man, condolences, rest in peace. You feel me? Unfortunately, the news broke out that on March 28th, Young Scooter, Atlanta legend, rapper, Young Scooter, unfortunately, life was ended on his actual birthday. It's a very interesting story. When the first news article broke out, it pretty much said that Young Scooter was shot by the police. Now, as more information started to come out, we learned that there was a phone call that said that there was gunfire, right? And it wasn't actually the police, so they say. Now, then we also learned that Young Scooter actually ran when the police came to the residence that they said that there was gunfire at. Him and another individual ran through the back door, right? Young Scooter ended up jumping 2 fences, and they said on one of the fences, he ended up puncturing his leg. And when he punctured his leg, it broke the femur bone, which actually cut an artery, which led Young Scooter to end up bleeding to death. Now, when all this was going on, the police went to the door from their perspective, knocked at the door. Someone opened the door, then shut it immediately in their face. After they shut the door, that's when Young Scooter and a other person ran. Now, I don't know, I wasn't there, but the alleged phone call came from a female, right, who said that there was gunfire, and she said a bunch of other things. Now, when Young Scooter ran, I guess he fell, and the police found him next to the fence or one of the fences that he punctured his leg on, right? They applied whatever safety measures that they could to help, but it wasn't enough. And I just had to put that out there because listening to this, me say it, and you guys listen to it, already sounds confusing, right? Not only did, someone make a phone call, they said that someone made up stuff during the phone call. Now, there's a bunch of audio out there already all over these YouTube streets, so you guys can actually check it out. Even on social media, you can actually hear. The woman who made the phone call, her name is like Demi Blanco. I guess she's into some type of reality TV show. I don't know if it was Baddies or some form of reality television, right? She ended up admitting on Clubhouse that she called the police because the police put out a what is it called? A certain amount of money, a bounty on her. And she ended up talking about it before she turned herself in. And that bounty was like $5,000, so it wasn't that much. But they ended up charging her with swatting. Now, she said on Clubhouse that she was pimping a girl, and she brought the girl over to not Scooter's spot, but a residence of, for some reason that Scooter was there. And she wanted to, I don't know, it's just weird, like have a threesome, a menage a trois, I don't know. But I guess she ended up falling asleep, and then she realized Scooter was fornicating with the other woman, right, that she was allegedly pimping. So she rushed out the door when she woke up and she realized this. And then, that's when the police call came. And now we're going to get into the police call. So the police call, she ended up saying that someone was beating up a woman. There were 7 guys in the house with firearms. She said she's from the community, but she was calling from a different neighborhood. And it was just very confusing because the dispatcher that was talking to them, to her, had to forward her to another department because the jurisdiction that dispatcher didn't have control over. So it's like when you call 911, it goes to the jurisdiction of like your phone number. You feel me? And it showed that she wasn't, connected to that area based off several different factors of what she said, which I think the dispatcher should be actually trained on. You feel me? But it still wasn't enough. The police still pulled up. But my whole thing is that, there might have been some stuff in the crib. That's possibly the reason why young Scooter ran. And he may have done something. You feel me? You don't know. Like when you in these streets thugging, you're paranoid of the police. You feel me? It hasn't came out that he had any warrants or anything. He wasn't on the run. So, I think young Scooter running might have just been not the smartest thing to do, but we weren't there. You feel me? We don't really know what happened. You feel me? We don't know. And him running ended up giving them, the story that they have. So does it make sense to me? No. But is it a possibility that someone could jump a fence and puncture their leg? Absolutely, bro. It's crazy because, probably like a couple days after the situation, I got into a situation where I had to run real quick. And I had to jump like a regular fence. I don't know what the material is called, but we'll call it steel. I had to run, jump, and at the top of it, it has that connection that kind of reminds you of like a barbed wire point. You feel me? I don't know what they're called. And if you're not swift enough, if you're not fast enough, and that's sharp enough, it can cut you right there. You feel me? So if you like out of shape and you like run awkwardly and you just like kind of throw your leg on something, yeah, it could get you. Now, they're saying the fence was a wood fence. So that makes it a little more troubling too, because I'm like, what kind of fence was this, right? Did he have cuts on his hands? Because you need your hands to climb up there. So it had to be it damn near had to be a knife on the top of that fence, bruh. You feel me? For it to do the damage that it did. So that's just why I'm a little confused. Because you can get cut. But I'm talking about, like, punctured, like, stabbed. Bro, I don't see it. You feel me? And then, it's troubling that there's no body cam, right, of the situation. It's troubling that there's no picture of the actual fence. There's no video. There's no one coming out saying like, yeah, that was my backyard. No one's saying that. Where's the person who actually owned this backyard? How come this person's not saying anything? Where was the police crew that went to the backyard? You feel me? Like where's the duct tape? Not the duct tape, excuse me, the caution tape. Where's the scene? You feel me? Like it's just very weird. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it made me feel like it was orchestrated. It made me feel like it was a plan. And it made me feel like they want a young Scooter badly. You feel me? Because, they in tune. And I feel like young Scooter might have just been so smart, man. I feel like young Scooter was just so in too deep in the streets. Like, that's what he really wanted to do. Like, young Scooter never was really a rapper. He just was a nigga who could rap. And I feel like, his natural instinct was the streets. You feel me? If you listen to all his music, he never was trying to do anything outside of that. Like, he ain't care to do that. You feel me? So when I really look at the situation, man, you feel me? And there's so many different components. It's the police, it's the girl, it's Scooter, it's the fence. Like, it's just so many people you could blame. Like, and if it really was a fence, we gotta, like, there needs to be a lawsuit against, not a lawsuit, but that needs to be looked into. If that fence is that dangerous, like, we need to know about shit like that. You feel me? Just because I run through your property doesn't mean I'm at fault. Like, a bear could be chasing me. A lion could be chasing me. You feel me? It could be a real life or death situation. And all I need to do is jump over this fence, and your fence is like that. You can't just have barbed wire on your fences out here. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that, right? I don't see that. I only see barbed wire in front of jails. So it's just like, how is this fence this deadly? You feel me? I don't know, y'all, man. It's just me talking about it instinctively and intuitively. it just feel like it's some bullshit, man. I think, long story short, someone not tried, they did, got Scooter out the way. You feel me? And I don't know if it was a collaboration effort with the police and the girl, or I don't know. You feel me? I just don't get it, man. You know what I mean? Like, and why did he run? Why did he run from the police? You feel me? Was he doing business with dirty cops or something? Like, what was it? You know what I mean? Because even if, right, you thugging, you in the streets, if you ain't got nothing on you, you don't need to run. You don't need to run. You see what I'm saying? And even if there's shit in the crib, you know what I mean? You don't necessarily need to run unless the crib's under your name. You feel what I'm trying to say? But also, you guys got to understand, too, that he might have thought it was a raid. You feel me? And then you don't know if he on perks, he linked out. It's his birthday. We got to take all that into consideration. You feel me? He turned up. They talking about he was fucking with a freak. So who knows? He might have been on ecstasy. Might have been on some Tootsie, excuse me. Might have been on some gas, some lean. You feel me? There might have been something that, encouraged his behavior, in that moment. He probably wouldn't have acted like that. Him being sober, just high off some bud. But something, I don't know, man. Like, something spooked that nigga, man. When I think about it, I'm like, this nigga was running for his life, bro. That nigga was running for his life. If his leg just jumping over a fence, you feel me? And it's possible, because I've done it. I jumped over a fence. You can get hurt, especially if you're not in shape. But he had to be running for his life, bro, to make an error like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, that nigga damn near had to be running from Jason, Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean? Like a lion. You feel me? He had to be running from a tidal wave, bro. Like, nigga ain't gonna run and do that unless he's running for his life and he out of shape and he just slip or some shit like that. Because accidents do happen. You feel me? A lot of accidents happen. We all done fell down and tripped and shit like that. But an accident like that's a freak accident, bro. You know what I mean? So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I definitely want to talk some more about this, but just so much to cover on this first time, man. Long live young Scooter. Condolences to his family, his baby mother, his child, his children, excuse me, because he had more than one. Free Band, Gang, Future, Casino, VL Deck. You feel me? Man, yeah, long live young Scooter, man. The Crib.